And welcome to part 2 of today's campaign, week 10 of our Destiny Horizon. And I am excited to say that next month, we will be having our anniversary show for Destiny Horizon and Ashes to Ashes. That's hard to believe. It's been a year. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
a lot's happened.
or actually not next month. This is
Month after.
next. Yeah, it'll be August. Will be episode 12 for Destiny Horizon. But I'm going to tell you about something hilarious, and I'm going to warn my audience. For the week 12 of Ashes to Ashes and the week 12 for Destiny Horizon, I will be taking a shot every time the players roll a triumph.
I think we should all do that.
Every time I roll a despair, you guys have to take a shot. You know, that's up to you. I'm not going to make you guys do that. But I think it'll be really funny because in week 12, you'll see us spending Destiny points like crazy. And then by the time part 4 comes in here, it'll be like, and then the Smurfs show up. And they're like, you're on our planet now. Gargamel's going to get you. So those might be joke campaigns depending on how they turn out. Or bad. I might just go the approach of Force Unleashed 2. It was a dream.
It was all a dream.
So,
What was a dream?
That's how they were going to do Force Unleashed 2. They were originally going to make it a bad dream from Darth Vader, and then the fans were like, ah, ah, and George Lucas is like, changed our mind. I'll just cancel Darth Maul instead.
Real.
So, here you are in the Star's End. And Eidos, as you're sharing this very good whiskey with Jebediah, is there anything that you and Jeb talk about that maybe brings you guys closer?
Yeah, we're pretty much. I'm just trying to learn everything about him growing up, because him and I know that we're probably we're from the same planet, but he doesn't remember the planet because he was a child, probably when he left. So I'm trying to help him, tell him about it and stuff like that.
When was it that you first had the realization that Jeb was from Wild Space?
When he made a comment, hold on, I wrote it down. Grace of morning, fall of night. When he said that when I first met him. That's all. Right. Only people from my planet say that comment.
Yep. Grace of morning, fall of night. So
I'm just trying to learn from him.
Yeah, and it seems like he's got a few fond memories, but he doesn't know exactly where he's from. He has no idea he's from Wild Space.
He doesn't know where he's from. I don't know where I'm from.
He's like, well, I remember traveling a lot as a kid, but my parents, they were in the Empire, so that happened quite a bit. Of course, back then it was a republic, but, So, you guys have that heart-to-heart, and I think he's feeling a little closer to you than before. And you hear beep, 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 beep. And even though it's really quiet, Toon Po comes flying in his chair and looks at you guys and says, we've arrived. Eidos, do you want to let the crew know?
Yeah, I'm going to hit the comm, or the PA system.
You're just looking at him like, beep, we've arrived?
Yeah.
Like, he's expecting you to go tell them in person. That's great. Yeah, you hit the PA.
We're here!
Hey, everyone, I hope you're all awake. Looks like we've arrived at our destination. Make sure that you tip your waitress and have a good flight. Turn it off.
Jebediah goes, you forgot to tell them to return the trays in the upright eating positions.
Well, that's why
I
got my flight attendant.
Oh, shit. Who's that? Toon Po looks back at him. Jebediah just goes, son of a bitch, and stands up, grabs the drink glass away from Eidos, finishes it off, and then leaves the room. Grikaza, you are at the reactor. What are you doing at the reactor?
At the reactor, I'm running diagnostics that I realize I haven't even begun to run. Basically, I'm trying to get an idea of what the reactor is like right now. With the data that Valerie pulled, I have a general idea of how the reactor is built, but I'm just trying to see how it's functioning, if there's any irregularities based on its design.
It appears that since it first arrived in wild space, the reserve energy from the reactor has not been expelled. So usually that's done in the form of engine wash on a larger ship. It is entirely possible once you come out of hyperspace, you'll just have to flush that.
Okay. Can I see if there's any way to have that process automatically happen?
Yeah, you can actually program it to automatically happen, but for some reason the ship's original mechanic decided not to have that automatically happen.
Psychotic.
Okay. I guess I'll program it to automatically do it.
Okay. So, yeah, the ship pulls out of hyperspace. After you're done programming it, is there anywhere you want to go?
No, I'll hang on the reactor and continue to monitor it, just make sure it's stable.
Okay. Valerie, you hear the PA saying that we're about to arrive.
All right, so she tells the interns to go continue with this. I'm going to go see how everything's going out on the bridge. So she's going to go out to the bridge, see what's going on, see what's what.
Okay.
So she walks out there. Who was drinking? I smell something.
That'd be your friend Jebediah.
As
Yeah,
you
really
say
watch
with
him when he drinks.
Whiskey breath.
Yeah.
Ooh, stay away from an open flame.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Where are we at? So she's looking out the.
You just see hyperspace right
window.
now. Toon Po turns.
Oh, okay.
We're almost to the Destiny Horizons location. We just entered.
So she's going to wait and see, and just kind of and prepare to hold on if there's a chair or someone just sit in a chair and just sort of wait and kind of look over her pad if there's anything else while you're just waiting to see what happens.
Toon Po explains to Valerie, because he feels he doesn't necessarily need to for Eidos, but also he notices that Eidos is a man of pride, and he doesn't want to make Eidos sound stupid in front of the lady. So he looks to Valerie. I'm going to pull out near the star's core, and we're going to fly to the horizon in system to avoid the chances of appearing in a debris field.
Oh, good idea.
I
Well
thought
done.
so. So, yeah, he kind of nods and enters it, and you guys are going to appear within the star's close orbit. Nowhere where you guys are going to get hurt. I'd say probably around the same area as Venus. And the ship pulls out of hyperspace. And a little prompt pops up on your screen, Grikaza, and goes, would you like to initiate the auto dump?
I accept.
Yeah, you hit yes. And the reactor goes, ooh, and the lights dim in the ship, and it goes, boom! And the shockwave belches from the back of the star's end.
Does it shake the ship or anything?
No.
Do we hear that?
Yeah, you heard a boom.
All of us?
Yeah.
Valerie kind of jumps and screams like, what was that?
Hang on one moment. We are actually going to pause, and we're going to bring Toon Po into the call. So, give us one moment. I'm going to pause the video, and then we will be right back.
Right.
And we are back. Thank you for joining us, Jonathan. I understand that you were late at work with lightning storms, bad weather, and most of all, ornery bosses that don't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
I'm starting to notice something weird about you people, Jonathan. Well, it looks like it might be a tornado. Everybody stop work. We'll wait this one out. Nope, no tornado. Let's continue. Man, if a tornado ever hit anywhere in Washington, it'd be the end of days. People would be buying water and weird shit like that. So, welcome back. We filled you in on what you missed. You are in the pilot's seat when you hear a loud boom coming from the engines. But they're not blown. Everything on your system's saying green, A-OK, 100%.
Valerie screams.
Valerie screams.
In your ear. Ah!
That.
I think Valerie and all the interns and the Duros scream. They're just like, ah! The Duros is like, I only did it because you guys did it.
I don't want to be left out.
So the three of you are on the bridge. Grakaza's by the reactor. And feel free to move your token around. Well, actually, you can't, Toonpo, because you're flying the ship. But you can move your token around on this sexy map.
Our token. He opens the comm and calls back. What was that sound?
Grakaza, as far as you know, you were just purging the ship.
Well, I just purged a bunch of excess energy from the ship. That was just kind of sitting there, being stored up continually. So yeah. How's everything? I'm doing fine. How are you?
At that,
warning before
when
you
he
do
says
something like that.
When he says that, Valerie gets up and like heads back towards him. Like,
okay.
Because obviously this is like something. Ooh.
Well, then I will cut back to the ship map so you can move your tokens so I can keep track of where you are.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I know, I'm a slave driver. Get in that cut.
That's right, I will move it.
Go and get in that
I
cup.
shall move it.
I'm not listening to that advice ever again.
Oh, you're gonna.
Alright, so she's run back there.
Valerie kind of runs up. You hear her heels along the deck plating. Ting tong tong ting ting tong.
What's this about purging the engines?
Basically, the
reactor
reactor was storing a bunch of excess energy, and for whatever reason, well, I kind of figured it out, but they did not have it set to automatically purge that energy. Basically, this would kind of automatically come off as engine wash on the ships this is rated for, which are larger warships. So
there's the extra. Yeah. There's the extra energy. Oh, well done.
We just have to figure out a way to do this so that way we don't.
Hi, Grakaza.
Or make it an explosion again.
Well done. Maybe that's it. Maybe haven't figured it out.
You get some beeps and boops up in the cockpit, Eidos. Oh, there he goes. His vibrator going to town. No. So you get some beeps and boops up there in the cockpit, Eidos. I bet. And you notice that there's an alert on the console to your right.
Alright, I'm gonna acknowledge it and press it or whatever.
Yeah, I love that because that is Eidos' character. Like, he's just like...
This works. Something here.
So yeah, you check the settings and there's an increased radiation reading. So it's just warning you that there's some environmental radiation.
I'm gonna look over at Tempo. Extra radiation, be aware. That thing says it.
Toonpo, do you want to run a scan?
Yeah.
Perception versus difficulty 3. Yeah, absolutely.
Outside
you had Grakaza basically just flush a reactor toilet. And the radiation's spiking, so that is a good call.
How many purple?
3. Perception, or scanning is always 3 purple.
Perception.
Excellent. It's not coming from the ship. In front of you, Toonpo, as you're kind of like keeping your eyes at the cockpit and down, you see the debris field in the distance with the Destiny Horizon sitting in the middle of it.
Well, that's not coming off of us. Maybe it's coming off of the Destiny Horizon. Kind of looks at Eidos. Can you pinpoint a little better where that's coming from?
Perception check versus 3 purple.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. All right.
I'm busy flying.
I'll let you keep that blue die, his advantage. Because he's basically like, I can't figure this shit out, you do it. You know,
Okay.
I'm busy flying. The threat is that you accidentally shut down sensors. Like, you divert power to shields, engines, and weapons, and now the sensors are dead.
Damn piece of shit.
Oh, that's right. That's good.
Yeah, you're no longer
Yeah,
getting any proximity alerts, Toonpost, so that's no longer bugging you.
No worries. It's all good. I got nothing on the screen.
Do you want to try to fix that, Eidos, or are you just gonna ask for help?
Nope. I'm just gonna. I'm
Can
gonna start working out when he's not really looking like, oh shit. What
Okay,
the
so
fuck did I do?
roll a computer's check against 2 purple.
Just push all the buttons.
Yep. Just start pushing them. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one.
Okay, so
Holy.
all of a sudden, you guys are in the reactor and you hear the ship's alarms going off. Apparently, there is an advisory warning that's being sent out to the ship that you are about to land. And the commandos in the cargo hatch are like... And then they start buckling up. They're like holding on to pipes. They pull out gun. They put it in their mouth. They're like, "You ready, rock? Yeah! That's your horizon. Let's go! Woo!"
The cockpit, Eidos is pulling his blaster. I'm gonna shoot this damn thing if it don't shut up.
Can I pull a quick?
No, you're too busy flying.
No, but I'd like to see if I can use that Let's Ride and use the incidental to change positions and fix it and then change back again. My talent.
Yeah, no, you could actually just like move over and type real quick. Roll a computer's check against 3 purple.
Computers to fix that mess.
Meanwhile, everybody in the reactor room's like, Grakaza and Valerie, what are you doing during this time?
Valorie's gonna just turn to Grakaza. Grakaza, stick with this. I'll go see what's going on. So Valerie's gonna go up to the bridge and like, what's happening?
Her heels are like ting tong tong ting 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 across the plate as she runs up to the cockpit. And what you see, Eidos and Toonpo, I want you to describe to Valerie as the doors to the cockpit go. What does she see? What does she behold?
So he's like stretched. He's got like one hand out on the stick, and then is reaching all the way across into the other console, like with an arm right below Eidos' chin, trying to tap, and like.
Yeah, there's little alerts showing up on the cockpit, like it's got like little hologram displays saying you are 200 million kilometers from the nearest star. And Valerie notices something. That number is shrinking.
I'm looking to see what he's trying to push, and on the button, and I will push the button for him.
He's trying to shut off the alarms and undo the damage that Eidos did.
All right, so she's going to reach over Eidos and both of them, and just.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. Why not? Click. The alarm goes off. The alarm goes off. Basically, what Eidos did was he hit Control Delete and then saw the Windows 32 process and ended it. And it's like, why isn't it working?
Why is this not working?
So, yeah, you walk over, you hit the button, the alarm goes off, but that distance from the star meter is still up there, and it looks like the distance from the star is shrinking, but you guys are headed to the debris field. You're not headed to the star.
What's this about? So Valerie's going to kind of take a look at this and see if she can figure out
You
what
could
this
try to
means.
use scanners. You could roll a perception versus 3 purple. I'd give you a boost, but honestly, these guys aren't any help.
Perception.
In fact, I'm going to give you 2 setback.
Okay, so let's see. Perception. What about computers?
No, perception's scanners.
Okay, so 3 purple and a black die?
2 black die. Yeah.
2 black die. Oh. Okay, let's see if I can... Perception. How's our... No, I'm going to just do this.
Just spend it. Why not?
Alright.
Okay. The scanners... Hang on. The scanners appear to be off. The power has been diverted to the shields, the weapons, and the engines.
Oh. Alright, can I do a quick computer consultation and ask them if you could reroute to
2 purple.
scanners, please?
No problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Average difficulty. At this point, are you kicking Eidos out, or are you, like, doing it from behind his back?
She's kind of stretching over to him. Her chest is kind of pushing into his head.
Yeah, so Eidos is sitting there like an anime, like... Because his big, soft breasts are pushing on the back of his head. He just lights a cigar. He's like, yeah.
Okay, alright. So
I love this
2
shit.
computer, you said?
Yeah,
2
2
setback?
difficulty.
Okay.
Now
Okay,
you're
2
teaching
purple.
Eidos that he should mess up the computers more often.
Alright.
Apparently, you need to wait some period of time for the engine or the battery or the power fluctuation to change.
Alright, so she'll just kind of wait and watch the console and see when it says
and then
that
after it's done, the scanners are up. I
Will
will
I
let
do
you do it
another,
again with a blue dice. 3 purple,
Okay.
perception, blue dice. Even though you didn't add your 2 setback that I wanted you to before, but you failed miserably, so
Oh.
I'm not going to hold that to
Okay.
you.
Perception or computer?
Perception, because you're scanning. Hey, excellent. So the star behind you is going supernova.
Oh. We need to get out of here. How long is that about to go? I mean, how
Oh,
long
it's
do we
coming
have
right.
before it
It's
goes?
coming right now.
We need to go.
Basically-
we can't get onto the.
The star has collapsed and is now about to become a pulsar star.
We need to go. Timpo, get us out of here. This thing's about to go supernova, and we have no time to go onto the Destiny Horizon. I mean, whatever. If it's still there, it's going to be destroyed, and we don't have to worry about it then.
Krikaze, you hear this coming from the cockpit. You know, hearing a talk about the Destiny Horizon and it being destroyed.
I switch on the comms like, what do you mean getting destroyed?
There's a star about to go supernova right now. We won't have any time to go on board and do anything there, or we'll get swept up in it. So it's going to be destroyed, and I'm telling
Krikaze,
you what
you
was going to be
cannot let
destroyed.
that happen.
I meant the.
No, we need to get on there.
You cannot let the sarcophagus get destroyed. There's some part of you that is just... You're having flashbacks of O'Brien. Like, you cannot let that happen.
Damn it, we're going in there.
We can't. We don't have time. It's going supernova now.
We don't get in there, even the worst things are going to happen.
Well, no, it will be just the sarcophagus will be gone, and we won't have to worry about it. And neither will you.
That feels like a punch to your gut.
I know you don't like that. I know you don't want to hear that. But
I don't. I basically I feel like the comms are kind of push to talk a little bit, so I just kind of like throw my hands off the push to talk button, and you just hear this roar come from like the reactor room.
And the room full of interns goes, ah! And the Duro screams too.
Shunpo, you better get us out of here now. Eidos, I think I might need your help. He may not want to go and try to stop us. I'm always going to close the cockpit door.
You would love to go
But-
right now, but it appears that the reactor has to charge up. It has dispelled all of its energies recently, and now doesn't have enough power to hit hyperspace.
Oh, yay. This is not going to work.
Now, you could reroute all power to engines to speed that process along.
Go ahead and do that.
Oh, that would be Krakaza who has to do that, because he's at the reactor.
Listen, Val, you go talk to Grukaza. I'll try to get Jeb to reroute the power. You just keep him busy, all right? Don't let him get to the cockpit. You have any trouble, call out. I'll deal with him.
Jebediah opens the door and goes, "What the hell?" and takes one look at Grukaza's face and then just goes back into the cargo facility and the door shuts. He's over in 1413.
1413? Okay. So I'm going to move my token over there.
Yeah. You got to walk by Grukaza, you know. So Valerie's leading
that's
you.
fine.
Valerie, what do you say to Grukaza? And Grukaza, what is your mannerisms right now that you realize the sarcophagus is about to be destroyed?
Oh, I'm already got there.
My mannerisms are just kind of like, after just shouting and roaring and just violently shaking my body as I do so, I'm just kind of like gripping the console very tightly to the point where like there's small little dents forming on the sides of the console keyboard.
I want you to roll me a brawl check. Two
against
purple. 2 purple. It's a melee check. Oh yeah, you're like. There's a little sparks coming out the back as some of the wires are getting pinched by the bent metal. Not anything damaging. It's not like Star Trek sparks where people are flying from their consoles.
Or Lost in Space, where they have fires and smoke and things blow up all over the place.
Brian, you keep your
Those are
sci-fi
most
references to yourself, sir. No. All right.
All right. Valerie goes up to him and she puts her hand on his arm and his hand and says, "Grukaza, listen to me. I know you want to go back and get that. And I know what that means to you.
I don't think you do now.
No, I do know, because I can see it in your eyes, that you have to listen. We can't go on board. We have got to go. By the time we would get to it, the supernova would already happen, and we wouldn't even be near the Destiny Horizon. And if we did get on board, we would still get caught in it. You would get killed. All these people would get killed. We can't risk it. You're going to have to try and put it behind you just for now."
Tunpo, you are receiving a communications. It's a distress call.
I'll open it.
Hello, is anyone out there? Anyone within the proximity who is hearing this message? Hello.
Petrov, this is the Star's End.
Oh, I'm glad you guys came back for me. You got to get me. The ship's going crazy. It appears that there is a supernova. I can't read the consoles. I barely got to the bridge. I have present.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing too. We're seeing that this local star is gonna go like right now.
You have to come get me.
Is there any way that you can launch the ship? Can you jump the ship?
The ship's engines are down.
Can you get into a...
No, you don't hear this.
I'm not there.
There is shuttle here, but I can't activate shuttle. After I killed Admiral Thrawn, I do not know how to make it work.
You what?
I killed Admiral Thrawn, shut him in back. Bitch is dead.
Well, that's great news. But can you get to the shuttle?
I can crawl all the way back down and get to hangar.
I'm simultaneously open the comm and shout into it that Petrov's on the comm. Somebody get up here.
Grukaza, go up to there and see if you can help, if he's still alive. He needs your help.
All right. And as I pass Valerie, I tap something on a data pad and I kind of put it into her arms. It's like, there's the engine startup sequence, or there's the power up sequence for the hyperdrive.
I'm on it. So she takes it and starts doing the thing.
Yeah, meanwhile, in the cargo container, Jebediah's like, sees Eidos walk in, he's like, nope. I'm just going to be playing cards over here with my boys. And the commandos are like, yeah. He's like, "Good." And then they nod and they walk up and grab some cards and they're like, sorry, buddy.
Come on, you got a job to do. Let's go.
Oh, you know what? We got another hand here. And he slides it over. And as he slides it over and moves his hand, you realize there's another one of his homemade cigars sitting on the 3 cards.
You know what? If I'm gonna die, I ought to smoke a good cigar before that happens.
Damn straight. Wait, die?
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't need to work right now, remember? So
No.
Just do
Hey, yeah. Well, we don't want to die. What's going on?
I'm gonna grab the cigar and go. Well, there's a supernova, star about to go supernova and kill us all. But don't let that bother you.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just gonna enjoy this.
And he grumbles to himself, grabs his jacket, and just leaves. And his chair is sitting there spinning. And one of the guys is like, and grabs his cards and looks at him. Hey, how many shalocks are supposed to be in a deck? 2? Son of a bitch. And he throws them down on all 3 cards of shalocks. He cheated us.
Well, y'all don't beat the shit out of him just yet. Let him do his job, and then you can do whatever you want.
Not play cards with him ever again. They slap their cards down and then just go back to waiting. Jebediah swings around the corner and sees Valerie there with a tablet in her hands. What in God's good graces is happening here?
I'm getting the startup system for the drive.
I don't think so. And he grabs the tab away from her. I'll handle this, pretty lady. You don't need to get your boots dirty.
By all means, but we need to do it really quick, please. Thanks, Joe.
Please. I'm the quickest engine guy there is.
I believe it.
And he looks at the console. He looks at the console and he's like, all right, O'Brien, how did you do this shit?
So she's standing there watching him, and in case he might need a little assistance, she'll say, that one there.
I know. Okay, I was just making sure Grakaza didn't push any other buttons to mess this shit up before I got my hands on it. Why don't you go up to the bridge, pretty lady?
Oh, there's probably not enough room in there with Grakaza's.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of room up there. There's just not a whole lot of room in this engine corridor. You know
she's just kind of, she'll step back a little bit.
He's like, thanks. And he looks back at you and yeah, I got this. Meanwhile, in the cockpit, you open the doors and you see there's a small television screen situated at the top of the cockpit. It's fuzzy, but it's Petrov's face.
Petrov.
Hello. Grakaza, you came back. I did not think this would be possible, but I feel like I have reason. I feel alive. I don't want to die. I killed Admiral Thrawn.
You what?
I killed Admiral Thrawn. He is in hangar, dead. And he holds out the pistol that you guys left him to shoot himself in the head. And he's like, I blew his goddamn chest apart.
By the Force. Good shit, Petrov.
Now get over here and save me so we can leave. Oh, and Grakaza. Empire take sarcophagus. It's no longer on ship.
Where?
They put it on ship, and ship went...
Do you know where that ship was going?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, I kinda had a hard time taking my blown-up half-ass from hangar to bridge to do long-term scans. By the time I got up there, nothing. But we know they're at Beacon. Might be a good place to look.
Poe, get in there. Get Petrov. And we'll go to the beacon.
Meanwhile, the distance of the supernova is closing.
I'm not going to have much time.
Petrov, how far are you from the hangar?
I'm still in bridge. Yeah, how can I talk? And you see him slide down, like, and you just hear.
Is there a docking port near the bridge, like a?
No, you can go in the forward landing bay, the aft landing bay, or you could dock underneath on the tubes where engineering is.
All right.
So the forward landing bay will be the shortest trip, and that's also the closest to engineering.
I'm going to punch it straight for the hangar.
Excellent. You punch it straight for the hangar. Valerie, the Duros and a couple interns come out. Ma'am, we've been running scans in the room. You need to take a look at this.
All right. So she takes a look at what they've got.
Yeah, she leads you back into that room. And there's a little captain's terminal there that they have access to the systems. Yeah. And the Duros is like, I ran a scan. And I was trying to figure out what that bang was. And then I started noticing a correlation. So we built a simulation. May we?
By all means.
And they project, and it's really simplistic. They only had the last few minutes to build it. But you can see a little purple triangle that says Star's End. And the bang, and it came out like a shockwave, and then vacuumed in and shot out like a laser beam and hit the star.
Oh. So we caused the supernova.
I'm beginning to think that the reactor is actually a weapon that is being used as a propulsion unit.
Oh my god.
It would also make sense why the ship was called the Star's End.
I wonder if this is some kind of bizarre prototype.
It's entirely possible. Unfortunately, we won't know more unless we speak to the man who modified the ship. And he just left on the train, so...
Do you happen to know who that was?
His name's Viatar Clint. But the weird thing is, documentation only says that he was around a few years ago. My guess is he's changed his identity and probably has changed it since.
God knows from whatever's happened and what, the changes in the timeline. Either he's alive or he's dead or he never existed or...
I don't know, but
really
I can tell you,
know.
I have never seen a profile this clean. This looks fake.
No, it probably is.
But this is interesting. Apparently he works for Cooper Industries.
Have I ever heard of them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They deliver all your science equipment.
Oh.
They were actually interested in procuring the sarcophagus when it was first uncovered.
Oh, really?
They were the company hired by the Empire to take it from you before you defected.
Find out as much as you can, whatever might be locked away in any of the computer systems here, about this and Cooper Industries, this Viatar. There's got to be more somewhere here. Something that we can
only what we found out before, that there was a shipment here that was delivered to Tatooine, and that the ship's last known destination was Kessel.
What was the dates on all that?
They hand you a little film, and you're looking at the dates, and it's 8 years from now.
Okay. All right, well, that's interesting. But who knows where we are right now. And what
here's the odd thing. This is the crew manifest. As of 2 weeks, well, 4 weeks from now, but 2 weeks before catastrophic failure of the engine, Valeria was added to the crew manifest.
Where is Valeria, by the way?
With the fleet. She's staying with the commander.
Oh, that's right. We'll have to talk to her, hopefully, if we get back. Anyway, right now we have a rescue mission. We have to get Petrov. He's still alive.
The Duro shrugs. We'll continue our work.
Thank you. So Valerie's going to get back to the engines and the.
Gurkaz is up in the cockpit. So Zetos and Tunpo. And Tunpo, you're getting an alert that there is environmental damage occurring to the ship. And you guys notice that the distance from the supernova is scaling in much faster. Gurkaza, you may not be a pilot, but even you know you're probably not going to make it to the Destiny Horizon by the time this thing hits. And now, Tunpo, you know it's probably too late to plot a course. Not without the help of an astromech.
He grits his teeth. I'm sure this ship is starting to vibrate.
Not yet.
Fly.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Yeah, it seems like it's doing okay, but the shields are kind of being burned right now. You do notice that like all the moon and the planet in front of you are really bright now.
Through his teeth, he glances up at Gurkaza and says, I don't think this is going to work. Our window is closing.
Get us out of here, Tunpo.
You don't have enough time for the hyperdrive. But Eidos, you see a familiar yellow flashing on the console in front of you.
Well, gentlemen, I'm sorry to say, but this is our last option, and in Eidos fashion, I'm gonna hit it.
So you don't even consult him, you're like...
Nope.
Valerie, as you're heading back into the cockpit, you hear the reactor spin. And it's almost like it's spinning in the camera shot behind your head, so you could turn around and look at it. All of the environmental energy that's affecting the ship is starting to get sucked into the intake vents of the vessel, and the reactor's charging. And it's starting to glow blue and glow blue and glow blue, and then all of a sudden, pow! Star's End is gone. And Petrov slides himself into the hangar and looks out and sees the Star's End within visual. Looks over at Admiral Thrawn's corpse. And then starts scooting his way to the shuttle when he sees, pow! A huge flash. And the Star's End disappears. And he looks up and goes, they left me? After all I did for them, they left me? And the shockwave is coming. And what do I do? And as he sits down and collapses, he gives in to his command lines, and he's starting to search for protocols to help him, when all of a sudden, at the beacon, the general's looking at the fleet being assembled. The Imperial's captains that were captured are being arrested. The Imperial stormtroopers' bodies are being piled up in the streets. The citizens are rejoicing in joy as this police force has come down to put down the terrorists. And he sees a command line show up on his console that says, impending doom, awaiting command. And the general's like, no, it is not your time yet. And he opens up a console and starts installing an interface. Get to me when you can, my friend. places his hand on the console, almost lovingly. Meanwhile, Petrov's sitting there, and he gets this file downloaded to him that tells him everything he needs to know. Here's our location, here's where we are, get to the shuttle, you know, all the command lines he needs necessary to think about this order without thinking about the order. And all of a sudden his loss of pain and his fear is over, and he starts dragging himself faster than normal. And then he grabs Admiral Thrawn's body and starts dragging it aboard the shuttle, tossing it to the side. Like, with two hands, just climbing the length of the shuttle up to the front. Climbs into the driver's seat, turns the engines on, leaves the Destiny Horizon, inputs a code, and starts hyperspace procedures. The wall of fire from the supernova comes in and hits the side of the Destiny Horizon. Panels go flying off, and then a second shockwave just goes shoom, and there's an explosion of light from Petrov's perspective as he's entered into hyperspace. And that is where we're going to leave our episode part 2 and come back for part 3 in just a little bit. Thank you very much. Hit a like if you liked the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And check out the Tides of Change Star Wars Role-Playing Facebook group. We would be glad to have you as part of the family. And from me and all my players to you, au revoir, we will see you in the next part. Bye-bye.